Okay. So I must have some new things for the projector too, but I'm not sure what I did. Like I know one thing, but not much. So I have an event field, what event content type, and two events, and I have added a Boolean field. So let me show what Antoine made. So in content types, I go to event. There is this field, which is a Boolean field, hint, to explain to people what the field is meant for, and the on label, which is the text to display for the yes, and the off label, the text to display for the no. You can select a radio checkbox, one checkbox, multiple radios, or one drop-down list. And you can also say, I want users to enter a third state, which is a neutral state, undefined state, and then you provide a text, like maybe. Okay, so I won't change the settings. And an example of usage is when you create a new event. You just say title. I chose radio, so I can say yes or no, like this, and blah. Whereas is a text field, nothing new, publish, done. And in the queries, it can be used like this. So I have the event query. So content with type event, sort by publication date is just a test. I can add, so this is a new UI. Now in the filters, so the list of constraints to the query, we can add a new filter. Let me do this. There are more filters than before, and I can see on the event content field I have access to the active or location. I will take active, and I can say where active is defined to yes. Say.
That's nice.
So
next field's much more versatile.
Event active is true. Let's see if it works. Ordered by publication date, descending review. I have this one. And what did I say no for the other? Yeah, I say no for the other. So if I go to content and I change blah to yes, this one is active too. And I go back to query to review. I see blah. And it's new. So descending by creation date is first. Okay. And what is new also in the query view is when you edit a query, these filters have an end logical end between them. So this is type event and is true. If you want to add or, you add a new group of filters. And this group will be ordered with this other group. So I can say I want all my events which are active, or I want something which has orchard inside its body text. Contains, say, something like that. And if I preview, I have the home page which contains orchard. And they are all ordered by creation date. Which is not an event. Yeah. So you can do cross-type queries. Actually, it's done in two queries, one for the first filter and another one for the second one. Then they are sorted, and the paging still works. Like, you can delete the group or add a new filter to each group. Add another group, so add as many ors as you want. And you can also add a layout that you know and hasn't changed. There is a question. Sorry. Yeah, it will work. That's it for the new stuff. Like, oh, not new stuff. No, more new stuff. So now with the current version of Projector, you can query on any record, any content part record of the database automatically. But instead of showing everything as filters, sort criteria, and properties, you see when you see a new filter, You don't see everything from every record. Here there is the body part record and the body part text. For common part record, there are creation, modification, and publication. And there is also some for the route part and the title part. And there are more than those records in the DB. There are like tens of content part records. So the idea is that when you go to the queries, you can change which of them are exposed, are bound to the projection. So here I have a set of them, okay, all the ones you saw in my previous screen, which are created by default during the migration, because those ones we need them. But if you want another one, like for one you just created in your own records, you add a new binding, and then it shows you all the available records, content part records, and all the properties of them. So let's say you want to filter on, I don't know, on the custom property part record, you click on this one, and you say make this available as sample property. This is a sample property. Just stupid example, but then it's there, and if I go to my queries, event, and add a filter, it should be there. Here, sample property, this is a sample property. So you are exposing only what you want to show to the editor. And the editor, as it's a text box, the text field, it will show you the string text editor. If it was a Boolean, it will show you yes, no, or undefined, and so on. It was a date, you could have ranges and things like that. And this property is not only available in the filters, but also as a sort criteria. So I can use it too as a sort criteria now.
And in the layout?
And in the layout as a property. So if I create a layout like this, I save this one, I order this, I save it, then I can add properties which contain all the records I have defined. So with just one line of code or through the admin, you can register your own record, your own property inside a projection.
Okay, very cool.
I did.
Anything else?
No, nothing.
Okay, I know what I wanted to show, so I'll take back the sharing here. I show real fast. In documentation. So this is actually Markdown documentation that is just being formatted by the website. We have a dynamic table of contents here that's being generated from the contents. And there is this edit button on the page. And this is what you're going to use in the future to edit documentation on the site. And this is taking us directly to GitHub, where we have the repository for the website, for the documentation website. So I can edit this file here, and I have a Markdown editor that I can use to make my changes. So this is what's replacing the wiki from now on. So you still have online editing of all the contents. If you make a change, the difference is that this will be creating a pull request on the repository, and then I or any administrator of the repository can choose to accept or reject the pull request. We can do code reviews on that stuff, etc., etc. So we still have a way to edit online, but we can have more process, and we will have less time to filter out, for sure. Okay, so that's it for documentation. I'll stop the recording here. Except if somebody has another demo that they would like to make. Where am I? Okay. forces me to